Actually missed this. Very sweet.
Questions?
Come on, don't be shy.
What did you think of your team's effort relative to the Thursday scrimmage?
Yeah, I thought, I mean, for a pre-season game to get 15,000 people through the gates is incredible. It doesn't feel like a pre-season game. I think that there's a lot of positives that we could take for the game. There were times that they had a little bit of possession, first half and the second half, but never really threatened us in behind, and a mistake from us, give up a goal. So a little bit disappointed in that, but I think there's some decent performances out there.
At this point, you guys have still yet to lose a preseason game. What does that mean for your team right now?
Well, I always say, everybody approaches the games differently. For us, we try and take all the positives that we can. I think when you're a young club and you're trying to build that respect level, I think we try and win as many games as you possibly can. We try to build a good winning culture here. That only takes time, and winning trophies gets you a winning culture. But I think that, as I say, we're unbeaten the whole pre-season. We played some decent teams, and as I say, I'm pretty happy with the way the pre-season went so far.
John, talk about Khalif's goal. Obviously, he didn't get a goal last season, so
I thought it was a tremendous piece of skill. Gavin just mentioned he thought it was a cross, but for me, I think as soon as he went on it very, very quickly, and I've seen him try that about 1.25 million times, and it's never ended up in the back of the net. But I tell you what, I get on him when he doesn't do things right. But tonight, I think the kid had one of the best performances in a Timbers uniform.
Can that help his confidence going forward in terms of getting a result?
I don't think he lacks in confidence. I think he's a confident young man. But as I say, I think that the goal was sensational, great goal, and I'm just a little bit disappointed we gave up a goal through a real mistake.
John, can you talk about the outside mids? You've wanted them to get forward and get more production. Khalif got the goal. Eric was getting a few runs in and had a couple of chances, but just your feeling about the wing players tonight?
Well, I don't think we could get them in as much as we wanted, because when you play that lone striker, I think it's a very, very difficult position to play. You've got to be a specific type of forward, big body that can move and are mobile, can hold the ball up back to goal and run the channels towards goal and do a little bit of everything. I don't think that's Jorge's best position, playing up there on his own. It's very difficult for a small guy at 5'6", 5'7" to pull that off. But I think if you've got a Didier Drogba type that can hold the ball up, and then you can get guys running off him, we don't have that type of player. So that's why we changed it up a little bit going into the second half. We just put Khalif up there off Jorge and tried to hold the ball up a little bit more and try to gain possession in their half. And I think it kind of worked a little bit.
At this point, Chris Boyd is yet to play. Is that going to make his transition during the regular season more difficult because he hasn't gotten these preseason games so far?
No, to be fair, as I say, he tweaked his ankle a little bit. He's been over working with the Nike Sparks people. He's a Nike athlete himself, so he's been over there with Paul Winsper and his crew, working out with top people in Portland. So he'll be there for this week anyway. He's a little bit short of match fitness, sorry. And the guys are working hard. We'll get him back, and hopefully he'll be good to go by next Sunday, Monday.
So you won't expect to see him play any of the games through Sunday?
Not at the moment. I think that we've got to get him match fit. You only get that by getting games right enough. But I think we're working with Paul and his gang. They'll put him through his paces there, and we'll get him probably more fitter with them working on a daily basis. Then he will get playing a small set of games right now with us. So he'll train with us in the morning, then he'll head over to Nike in the afternoon, and they'll look after him there.
One more for John, please.
John, can you talk about the physical nature of the game and the fact that it looked like the guys were responding to that? Jack had a little exchange, and the guys, what just your feeling about
I think
the nature
it's,
of the game?
People come here and they'll be surprised that they come to play a pre-season tournament and you get 15,000 fans through the gate. It's incredible, man. I still say I think I've got the best job in the country. You walk in the stadium. I drove past here at 11:30 this morning, and there's fans sitting outside waiting to get their seats in the stadium. It doesn't happen anywhere else. It doesn't happen anywhere else in America. It doesn't happen in most clubs in Scotland, so in England. it's a tremendous environment. So for us, it's a physical game. The fans come in and they shout and they go crazy and they demand nothing but, you know, pure 100% effort, and that's what we try and give them.
Thank you. Locker room's open.
Thanks.